Specifically, the indictment brings felony charges against Donald John Trump. Every individual charged in the indictment is charged with one count of violating Georgia's Racketeer, Influenced, and Corrupt Organizations Act through participation in a criminal enterprise in Fulton County, Georgia, and elsewhere to accomplish the illegal goal of allowing Donald J. Trump to seize the presidential term of office beginning on January 20th, 21.
Fani Willis hired her secret boyfriend to prosecute Trump, and it just cost her the biggest case in Georgia history. This is wild. 4 defendants had already taken plea deals and agreed to testify, but Willis gets disqualified, and the new prosecutor just moved to drop all charges against Donald Trump.
Welcome to the Common Sense Philosophy channel. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, and you?
Splendid. Today's show is called Trumped Again or Just Misstep Debacle. Trumped again or just misstep debacle. Just a pure mess. So you kind of hear what's going on here, or
little bit, but I don't really fully understand what's going on.
Okay, well, basically they're talking about today. They finally, there was a case with Miss Fani Willis against President Trump. Well, they threw it out today. So all that, him being arrested and all, this was the last big case on him, and it has came to an end because when she got threw out for her situation, they had to put somebody else over it, and so they got her up out of there. So that's what's going on with that. So that's basically what's going on in this video.
Well, Trump seems to be winning. And that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go in there and handle your business. And since that happened, however it happened, he won again. So
it seemed like things are rolling his way. I want to say this: I got a lot of respect for Miss Fani Willis, a very beautiful woman, black woman, intelligent, powerful positions. I believe our birthdays are the same day, October 27th. So, I know she'll be able to get herself back together. But it's just bad to see that this happened to her. But, we'll get more information and kind of see what happened here. Watch more videos, all right?
Okay.
All right.
Let's go back to where it started. 2023, Fani Willis drops this bombshell indictment against Donald Trump and 18 others for trying to overturn the Georgia election. This is where Trump was trying to look for, find me 11,780 votes. One of the co-defendants files a motion claiming that Fani hired her boyfriend to be the prosecutor and that she's secretly dating this guy, that he's billing the county big money, allegedly using those fees to take Willis on luxury vacations to Napa Valley, the Caribbean. This triggers the most explosive televised hearings you've ever seen. This is the one where Fani takes the stand, has to ask questions about her love life on live TV. She's fiery, she's defensive, talking about keeping cash in her apartment. It was nuts. The judge rules that there's not enough proof she personally profited, but the relationship creates an appearance problem, so Nathan Wade has to resign for her to stay on the case. Trump's team kept pushing, and an appeals court ended up freezing the entire case to decide whether Willis should be part of it at all. In December 2024, the Georgia Court of Appeals says, "You're out." Fani Willis gets disqualified. The state Supreme Court refuses to save her. And then this new guy, Peter Skandalakis, gets assigned the case. What did he just do? A motion to drop all charges. His argument, this case was overcharged. The RICO questioning the election results isn't automatically criminal. It'd be a waste of public resources. The whole case completely collapsed because of Fani Willis and this secret boyfriend.
This is major news. The newly appointed Georgia prosecutor that was overseeing the Trump case where he was trying to overturn the Georgia votes for the 2020 election has been dismissed. Here's a plain language order of events. Okay, in 2020, Trump pushed Georgia to find 11,780 votes.
I just want to find 11,780 votes.
Between 2021 and 2023, Fani Willis, who was in the Fulton County District Attorney's Office, investigates and indicts Trump plus 18 others on state RICO charges. In January 2024, a huge scandal shows Willis caught having a secret romantic relationship with the lead prosecutor she hired, Nathan Wade, and paid $650,000 of taxpayer money. They went on fancy cruises together. She lies under oath about when it started, basically condemning the ethics of this case overall. Now in 2024 and 2025, courts start to say that the whole thing now smells bad and Willis gets fully kicked off the case for good. November 14th of 2025, no other prosecutor wants to even touch this case because of its high profile nature. Then Peter Skandalakis, a longtime Republican and head of Georgia's prosecutor council, appoints himself as the new guy. 12 days later, November 26th, today, 12 days on the job, Skandalakis files a one-page motion, case dismissed in the interests of justice. That means it's done. No trial, no explanation, nothing. Democrats had a case on a silver platter, but Democrats shot themselves in their own foot with this Willis sex and money scandal.
Yep. Just let you go first.
See, people need to understand, especially today, that there is no secrets. All these cameras and people talking. So she should have just been more careful with that. Not saying, because I know it's alleged that she had a relationship. They threw that case out, so she should have thought about that. You would have thought she would have been more clean about that. But I mean, I guess people are people. We usually mess with people that we working with, so she should have been careful. That was a big case.
Yeah, it's. Like I said, she's a very nice looking woman. I can see the attraction, why this what happened between these two people. He's a healthy man, he's a strong man. She's, you know what I'm saying? He got eyeballs. She like them. If this happened, which it looks like it did, but we don't know, it's all allegedly. I can see how things happen with people, when it comes to that. The problem is this was such a serious move. When you decide to go after something like President Trump, he's not just the president, he's also a businessman. So when you attack you're attacking his brand, his hotels, everything. You're attacking everything. That's why we'll talk about Jasmine Crockett, because she kind of knows how to move a little better with him. Miss Fani seemed like she got herself in a little issue in her personal life because she was doing the business. She was moving with him, but she slipped, and it's so easy to do. And just to watch that whole thing crumble, I know that has to hurt her feelings. That's what I said. I hope she landed on her feet. We laughing or whatever, but it's, it's all love, and we just paying attention like everybody else. But let's watch a couple more clips, see if we learn anything else, though.
All right.
Yeah.
Donald Trump has had a hell of a Monday. Not only did he get cases dismissed against him, he also got hit with resignation bombshells. Let's talk about it. Donald Trump's decision to put an insurance attorney into a federal courtroom was the worst decision he could have made. But he needed someone to use as his puppet. And this woman chose to risk her bar license to be Donald Trump's puppet. And because of this, her bar license are at risk right now, because what she did was excluded grand jury testimony, which was illegal. So the James and the Comey case have been dismissed, which we all knew it was a bunch of BS anyway. But nevertheless, the next bombshell he was hit with today was the possibility of additional Republicans resigning. Headlines say, furious House Republican warns more explosive resignations are coming after Marjorie Taylor Greene. A senior House Republican is warning that Marjorie Taylor Greene's sudden decision to walk away from Congress is only the start of a deeper explosion inside the House GOP.
So I guess it's just open season. I think we should all just be able to break any laws that we want, because I don't know if you guys have heard, but the case against Trump down in Georgia, which was really the only case that still held any potential for him actually getting in trouble for anything.
It's like when you're in that field and you're going after somebody, you just gotta make sure everything is in order. And one thing, because all they need to do is one doubt.
Right.
You put that doubt there and they ran with it. You gave it to them. You gave it to them. It shouldn't have been nothing close to it, because I'm not saying that it's true. I'm not saying it's not. But if you start getting close to that, the whole thing's over. So we talk about Jasmine Crockett, and it's like, you know what? Hopefully her record, her stuff, her personal life ain't dirty or nothing that he could play with, because that's where they're going to go. They're looking for anything.
Yeah, that's usually where they go, because that's somewhere most people can fail at, you know, in your personal life. Yep. when you have your business side straight. So hopefully that's not the problem. You know, the one lady hearing her say that he messed up by using a so-called weaker attorney to go after some of their people. But, you know, it might just be the game of Flash. He really only cared about them getting off of him. But he said, let me send some people out, cause some disturbances. Mm-hmm. He probably didn't care if Comey and all them went to jail.
Right.
You know, it was more like, hey, it's just doing stuff to keep everything moving. Mm-hmm. So y'all concentrate on that. So he's taking a loss on that. You sent that weak attorney over there. Well, but he had all the big boys over here getting y'all off of him.
Yep.
You know, so that's kind of, I'm not going to send my best bodyguards to go jump on nobody. I'm going to keep them to guard my body.
Right, exactly.
You know, exactly. I'm going to send the ones over there that they can do what they do. And I can take a loss on them.
Right.
Because they're going out and doing their own thing external. So it's a lot of games being played. Once you understand banking, you know, they say that, you know, what you banking on, you know, so when you start to understand what how you going to shoot this, I'm going to bank it. It's just securing yourself. You're always securing your system and doing what you need to do. It's best for her, you know. This show is called Trumped Again, or just Misstep, Debacle, Common Sense Philosophy. We'll be talking to y'all again soon.
We now have a 20-plus page explanation from Peter Skandalakis, who was the head of that prosecutor's council that was tasked with finding another prosecutor to take over this case in the wake of Fani Willis's disqualification. You'll remember Mr. Skandalakis assigned that role to himself and now has undertaken to explain to folks in a 20-page analysis why it is that he is making this decision.
Have you had a chance to look at what his explanation is yet?
Yeah, I mean, I think part of it is that in the interests of justice, he is saying, given the time that has elapsed and to promote finality, he thinks that this is the right recourse here. And with respect to finality, let me underscore what I think he means by that. Donald Trump is in office again. He cannot be prosecuted for actions that were taken in an official capacity under the Supreme Court's presidential immunity decision.
You met Mr. Wade October 2019 at the judges conference.
We hasn't gotten to the point where Ms. Willis should be treated also under the secret.
I think we have.
I'm very much want to be here, so I'm not a hostile witness. I very much want to be here.
Not so much that you're hostile, Ms. Willis, it'd be an adverse witness. Your interests are opposed to Ms. Merchant's.
Ms. Merchant's interests are contrary to democracy, Your Honor, not to mine.
You see something. Now you see now. You done fucked up. You know that.
All right, let's
Judge,
proceed. We can keep things moving. Ms. Merchant, next question, please.
So your office objected to us getting Delta records for flights that you may have taken with Mr. Wade.
Well, no, look. I object to you getting records. You've been intrusive into people's personal lives. You're confused. You think I'm on trial. These people are on trial for trying to steal an election in 2020. I'm not on trial, no matter how hard you try to put me on trial.
So my question was, do you have any problem?
I object to getting any personal records of mine.
You see something. Now you see now. You done fucked up. You know that.
Did he come to, I guess, the condo? I'm not sure what you called it, condo apartment. Would he come and stay at that condo or visit you there? I'm sorry, visit you there.
What condo, what apartment? I want to be clear.
So, not your house. I know you classified one as house and one as
time period.
Mr. Wade visits you at the place you laid your head.
When?
Has he ever visited you at the place you laid your head?
So let's be clear, because you lied in this. Let me tell you which one you lied in. Right here. I think you lied right here. No. This is.
I thought. No, I thought. So you're saying that you done fucked up now. You know that, don't you?